Right, we are actually live. After some mild running around after technical problems and unexpected phone calls. Good evening, internet, and all of that gubbins. I suppose we get to it, so I'll have a look at the deck while we wait for people to arrive. It's also good because if you're catching up on this stream, we are going to be using the advanced version of Bare Bones Frontline to see if we can push the last few stars to get us to Field Marshal. This is what the deck looks like currently. We made a couple of minor tweaks, but it's been working quite nicely. How effective it will be, we will find out. And will be dependent, at least partially, on your host's ability to pilot the thing. So let's dig in, and people can arrive as they do. It is Shrove Tuesday, so Pancake Day in the UK, which means I am full of tasty pancake. And seeing how we go. Fuel for the workses. Let's see what we've got. So, Soviets. Red Devils is good. These are okay, but we could probably do better. That's much better. That's doable. Right, so we're going to spam light infantry. That's okay. It's to be expected. We'll see how it goes. Pitching heroes, fair enough. Going elite digging, which still don't know if I think fully belongs in our tokens deck, but you know, we'll go with it. Let's get some frontline presence and find out whether we can be unseated. Yes, I'm sure you won't. I'm also sure I largely don't mind whether you do or you don't. So I'll punt Red Devils up. That's more frontline presence. That's fine. Turning that into a 3-3 is actually quite useful because we can push it next turn. Not overly worried until we start seeing the buffs come out. 2-4 Red Devils is good to see. Hammer's going to go straight down on it. Yep. It's good, because if you want to clear that, you're going to give me a 4-4 again, which is probably not what you want to do. Sure. Okie dokie. And we can just... Limited patience. No point silencing, no point blitzkrieging, so we will be... I'm just going to deny the existence. See if we can strengthen things up a bit. Good, Panzer. That's helpful. It gives us some actual purchase. Line of engagement. Nice. Buffs. Don't have blitz. Fine, not worried. So Rangers as a 4-4 into the front line. And we'll see what happens. Hello Enrico, how are you, my friend? Are you having a good day? I am very well. I am filled with tasty pancake, as it's that kind of day in the UK, and generally quite happy. I am playing against tokens, though, which is always one of those things as frontline that isn't my favourite thing in the world. I could do with... I mean, is this a good strategic bombing? And we have no infantry, so we could... No, we can get card draw. Card draw's good. We can slow them down and get a little card draw. It's never a bad thing. And we can probably clear the back line next turn. As we continue our push. Hey Baron, how you doing? Thank you for coming along. As we continue the attempt to get to Field Marshal on this. It's not looking good right now, not gonna lie. Spin better. Right. So Rangers is probably a good shout because we can activate here. So we can clear one of these. Pop a Greyhound, have a cup of tea. Hi Petrichor, how are you? Oh dear. Oh, I'm glad I've got the M10A1. Well, this got ugly quickly. It would have been so nice if you'd stayed on the back line though. It'd be so much tidier. Yeah. No, we're not loving life. So we can trade out, remove the guard. Unfortunately though, the light infantry's awkward, so we kind of need to stem the tide. So let's turn you off first of all. It's not my favourite trade, but we'll make it. Right. You're still alive, which means I can push you forward and slow things down. This is can we stem the tide moment as we wait for Baranovici. Oh no, oh no, it's engineers, which is equally annoying. Really, well, it's 5 credits that you've just eaten. Oh, I would have so loved to have seen other cards right now. Dinky time. Can we? Well, let's draw and get some aerial presence. Let's clear this. We're going to need a good turn, chat, to turn this around. Tokens. Oh, Bloody Sickle's fine. You can do that all day. Just don't push forward and. Okay. This is not going to lie. The word I want to use is interesting. Problem is we only kill 1 from that. Panzer Grenadier is OVS. Buff the tank. Right. We need to dispossess the 7-point death machine. First of all, I don't need the card draw that badly. Right. At least you can't insta-sack your guard without self-damaging. Not that you lack for self-damage. Really need to see an M10A1. Really need to see an M10A1 rapidly. Oh, that's ugly. So, this is what we would like to call a very good strategic bombing turn. Less of that nonsense, I think. Yes, I know, it's an 8.8 tank. Awkward, but not impossible to deal with. Panzer trades, plane trades. Push forward for the moment. Unconvinced, because north of 30 HQ defense is annoying. Yep. I would probably gone for the plane, but okay. Push the tank is oh no, that's ugly. That could be game. Need a good draw. Stars and Stripes is still good. Kind of an autoplay. Right. I'm trying to ignore the enormous HQ defense because we can deal with that. That's tomorrow's problem. The tank is today's problem. We don't have a solution. I just pump a body out for the sake of it. try and survive. Yeah, so then you're going to have to plink the tank. Only 3, but then it would only do 3, which means I can't kill it, so... Oh, opening on a loss, I suspect. I don't know for certain, but I'm going to go with it seems likely. Ouch. So, welcome to the life of 1 HQ defense. Can't do anything about anything. 3, 4, 5, not enough gun. And if we could get it down, so 8 less. I mean, the infantry and the tank rather are doing absolutely nothing. I'm just going to throw yet more light infantry at us, which I assume means that there we go. Industrial might's fine. Yeah. Ouch. Take it to 5, still would only do 3. It's game. I shall re-establish communication because I am a well-mannered human, despite the having been spammed with no surrender for like the past 3,000 years. There we go. Right, okie dokie. Dust it off, take the pink, climb back up again. Clinging onto our rank. All nails dug into the rank lapels. Not gonna lie, it's taken a lot of work to get this last bump. There are some very, very odd decks floating around, which I've been struggling with. Nope, could be frontline, could be ramp. Either way, it's a matchup I don't mind. Actually, no, we'll hold on to you. Sherman I'll pitch and then regret later because it's traditional. Gonna assume some form of weird variant on ramp, which is fine. We'll see as we go along. How's everyone else been finding ladder, by the way? Since I would imagine I've not been hyperactive on my main account, although I've been back on frontline on my main account lately. Thank you for that. That's extremely helpful. I'm perfectly happy to take that. That's one less bomber for me to deal with. That's a trade we'll take, which is okay. So it's this nonsense. Nope. That's fine. You can just unseat me with as many sacrifices as you want, really. War of attrition time. Love to see another M10A1, I'm not gonna lie. Turn off the mobilise, pin them into the support line and just smoke a cigar while we wait for Blitzkrieg. That'd be lovely, right? You're on smoke screen, which is just ugly. Some frontline presence. Pump the tank? No, we'll bait in the Navy. It's in there for a reason, see how it goes. Yes, you're now a 3-3. What are we going to do? Okay, I'm really feeling like next turn is just strategic bombing. There is no reason right now I don't strat bomb, right? It's just none. Huge tempo change. Which hopefully we can take advantage of. Love strat bombing when it comes up at just the right time. What do we have in the form of 8 credits? Okay. Yeah, it's lethal, right? 4, 9, 11, 9, yeah. Okay. Assuming that we don't have any interesting tricks to play, it be game. Nice. Very acceptable. Good. Climbing in the right direction. Ooh, Germany, what do we think we've got? So many different things floating around at the minute. Hold the Panzer. We can probably not drop a single infantry nor a card with a cost lower than 2. Statistically, that's extremely hard to do in this deck. But random is random, as I have been informed many a time. Might as well make you pay the credit. Kinda need to get to turn 4 at this point, which I'm not enjoying, or pull a 1-drop infantry really rapidly. Ba-da-ding. Possibly. Oh, that's not good. Oh, Greyhound helps. That's good, yes. Hooray. No, Greyhound to the rescue. Tiny baby tank comes to the rescue. I do like the Greyhound. Oh, good. I'm so glad I have this. Nope. I think not. Not at all acceptable. You may be parked. Okay, that's kind of cute. Have I mentioned how much we need infantry? Oh, good. German Finland, so we're going to get salvaged a lot. Okay, so speed bump followed by draw. That makes me feel a little bit better. Yeah, well, no. That's 2, 3. No, we can do alright out of that. Can make 6 credits work for us. Not necessarily as much as we'd want them to, but we can stretch them a little. So good if these could survive long enough to blitzkrieg, but they're not going to. I don't think our opponent is that on... What is the deal with you? Oh, it's that. No, that needs to blow up. That's fine, we'll deal with that in a minute. I only need 2 damage to blow you up. Here it is. Goodbye. I'm so very much not doing that, and then I just need more bodies. This is an interesting opposition deck. It likes monkeying with us. That's why. Fair enough. Would it take in the tank if it were me? Forward draw. Hope for something good. Blitzkrieg is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? No, we can do better than 10. So let's build a bigger tank. Don't worry about you. Right. No board presence equals less likelihood of getting salvaged. Okie dokie. Right then. Oh, blitz tank would be good right now. Any blitz tank. 5th Rangers is decent though, so I can remove you. 5th Rangers at 4/4. Roll forward, take the 4. Yes, it's going to destroy one of my units, but you need to destroy them both. I just need to pull. So, 7. So, Strap Bomb is lethal if he doesn't take both units off the board. Which, of course, he does. Righty-ho. Look, Panzer Grenadiers. We've not seen those before. Oh dear. Ugly. Still, aircraft's okay. We have ways. Please deploy any other unit. That'll do. Thank you very much. I know it's a 6/6. I don't really care because it's not it that I'm worried about. So, strap bombing gets rid of the Sissi Sato, which is essential. Swing in the Navy. I hope our opponent buys it. We'd love to see you blow your jet up against mine. Not gonna lie, would absolutely adore to see that. Just like that. Sacking tanks. Oh, it's top deck time. Deploy another unit. That'd be nice, but you're not going to top deck something good. Nope, just a body. Hey, Von Squirty, how are you? I need a point of damage. Really quite badly. I'm racking my brain for whether I have anything in my deck that is going to give me the thing that I need. Well, I mean, not gonna lie, that kind of is okay, because we can kill 2 of those. If you deploy another one, we can clear your entire back line. so ugly. This is going to be an unpleasant finish. You have to die. It's not easy right now. It's been an experience. So I've played it. It's good fun, but yeah, it can be annoying to play against. It's just it is, if you can get it rolling, it is such a great value unit. And we have burned our answers in dealing with other problems. Yeah, I mean, I have switched to frontline specifically because I wasn't getting anywhere on our aggro deck. This game is done. I'll make a fist of it, but I parked myself like the other day at rank 2, so that the final part of this experience, if it is the final part of the experience, which is if 2 and a bit hours is enough time for me to actually crack the wall, will be at least on stream. It's a work in progress. It was something I was actually working on earlier on today. It is not yet finished. I have been looking at a starting point for beginners and then a more reasonable aim for a final tokens account than the full-blown net-decked version, which is really good. It is my intent, hopefully by the end of next week, to have released videos for all 5 main nations with basically the exact same format as my previous 2. Definitely, if you've got it, send it. It's certainly something that I'll take a look at and see. My only rule is that it has to only use the decks you get at the start and your level 12 decks, and no other cards for the starter videos in my deck. So no crafting, because I want to make sure that the starter decks are ones that people can just try out without having to worry. Yeah, it's fine, because buffing the Panzer will keep it alive. And then hopefully we can push something else up with it. Because I'm hoping 164th Panzer forward, maybe Red Devil's Panzer forward this turn, depending on... Oh, no, better play. Especially with our opponent not having shown us tempo. Yeah. But yeah, any deck lists you've got, either send them via chat here, or you can always reach out to me on Discord and all the other gubbins, YouTube, because I'm collecting different ideas. Okay. Red Devils it is. Get some card draw going, because I have a feeling we're going to go through units. But yeah, it's my hope to have proper full-blown beginner lists up. Wow. How do I want to do this? 164th into the Panzer, but that's ugly because then I'm what, 3 leaves me 2 credits that I can't. I hate credit inefficiency, but at the same time, no, it's 5th Rangers. He said, muttering to himself. 164th. Is it even? Well, oh yeah. I mean, if you make the effort to kill it. That's fine. I think. Don't really care if I get my... I actually have no interest in getting my 5th Rangers back from the Sendai. Sendai over 5th Rangers, really powerful play because it's going to be reset when it comes back. This opponent knows what they're doing. That said, I don't mind seeing super hyper aggressive mode. Okay, so you can come forward. Or we can swing hard next turn. See where we land. This is an interesting... Okay, so it's this. Ambush, fine. Things that we would like to see right now. I would be absolutely delighted... do many things, but I'm actually just going to make you pay for this again. 2. I don't have infantry to activate you, so is it 3, 4? No, because I need the 2. Let's swing. Pair of greyhounds die, but at least it means you're going to have to send something else forwards. It's an okay position to be in. Hien comes in... Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. So, we are going hunting. Now, there we go, we're dead. One card, either it was in hand or it wasn't. Didn't want to risk sacrificing the fighter, which I should have done. Should have just eaten the hit and blown it up and slowed my tempo. That's fine. We learn as we go. Misplays happen. With any luck, not too many of them. But yeah, the climb has been harder than I remember it being, but I think primarily just through the variety of decks that are out there, your matchups become a little harder to keep track of at the minute. So we've got someone on the run. Oh, good. Britain. On the plus side, I don't really mind losing a bit of tempo against Britain, because it depends. Hey, Outrider. Sure. Engage thinking mode. Right. Okay. I sense pin. This makes me sad. Come on. Pinky to pink. There we go. That makes me happier. So there is literally no reason we don't just put our foot slightly on the accelerator right now. See if we can get there. Just need pressure. So our opponent is not going to lack Fagar. It's Pinmageddon. It really is. Not going to lie, I kinda respect this combination for its sheer ridiculousness. Just the utter ridiculousness of the jank of this Swiss AA barrage combo makes me... Part of the internal me is just like, it's so cute. I will say, if you have not experienced it, this might be one of the singular most frustrating things to play against in the entire game. Because I know I'm about to get pinned again anyway. Just go... It's alright, outright. I take it you have shared the pain at some point. They're going to pin the life out of us, aim to hit 30 health and Commonwealth. It's not complicated. It's not clever. It's definitely not pretty. But it works. Annoyingly well. Because they can also force us into overdraw, which normally I wouldn't really be doing anything about, but I'm sort of desperately hoping I might draw something useful. Although we don't have many good counters to this, because this is a... Basically, this thing is hard to counter unless you make it run its course. This deck is absolutely insane. It's bonkers. It's fine. You know, I am not going to sit here and cry into my beer over the fact that this deck exists, but it is bonkers. You sit, you do not a lot, and see what happen. Oh, it really is. Yeah, this is if I could pick the single worst matchup for the deck we are playing, even if this was not on my starter account, if this was my main account frontline deck and I was playing at my best, the odds of me winning this matchup are microscopically small. Because, to put it bluntly, this is the matchup from hell for this deck. But yeah, pin versus frontline is just devastating. It's not unwinnable, but it's insufferably hard to win and really requires your opponent to either get bad draws or make a mistake. So your opponent right now, if they don't have the combo or some part of the combo in hand, is dead, because we will literally just blitzkrieg them to death. Unfortunately, our opponent perpetually has the combo in hand. Yep, salvage and self-damage are also really painful. So I need to clear just enough space to not... because there's no point, I can't kill it. I'm not going to retreat your jet for you. This is basically over whenever my opponent can A, find the Commonwealth, and B, find 3 HQ defense, neither of which is going to be hard work for them. However, if they have just one turn, just one, where they can't find the combo, they die. Nothing I can do. Deck burns. Now, what I'd love to see is them start playing card draw and go digging. As opposed to just going, it's alright, I've got another AA barrage. No, there we go. Hey, Sexton, who knew you'd turn up in this? Less I. On the other hand, this is a really relaxing matchup in that there's not a lot of thinking for me to do. And all my maths was done like 4 turns ago. Basically, they miss a beat before turn 12 or we die. So far, we're just dying as they mill our entire deck. Odds are, one of those 4 cards is the Commonwealth. You honestly shouldn't. Like, a good deck is a good deck, regardless of any other truths I might wish to illustrate. I need to clear the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, down to 7, 8, 9. This is the weirdest maths I've ever done in my life. Push forward, take a swing. We're still almost certainly dead. Oh, they didn't have it. They did not have it. Now have they got pin? Did they find pin? Oh, they found pin. If he hadn't found pin, totally different game. Stars and Stripes, totally different game. Don't have enough blitz units. I do not have enough blitz tank to throw at it. If I could manufacture enough blitz tank, we could start clearing the back line. But I can make one aggressive move. Just one. I can make one slightly less aggressive move. I hate this. It hurts me in my soul. But we will do it again. It's still got us, unfortunately. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. In fairness, they played the deck well. Super strong deck, very hard to answer. We are literally just clinging on to rank 2. But we will keep clinging and working, because at some point, odds are, we will find a matchup which is not terrible. I got this far, and I am a persistent human being. Whilst I am persisting and our opponent is being located, I do have some standard packs to give away. So, exclamation point honey in chat, and you will be able to enter yourselves in with the chance of winning said pack, which I will draw in a bit. I have like 3 of them to give away this evening. Splendid. Welcome to the thing. Right. Nope. Nope. As much as I wish I could keep you, no, because we have got... So, hard mulligan on the assumption that this is a relatively aggressive deck and we need a 1-drop. So clearly we don't draw one. No. So, if you, at the moment, I think it is only Von Squirty, but if you were entering the giveaway, please do me a favour and type it again. Exclamation point honey, because Nightbot decided to dislike the world and turned off my giveaway. So, exclamation mark honey will enter you into a giveaway, 4 packs. Hi Henry. How you doing, sir? Can I get a card? Any card? Apparently the answer to this question is no, Bear. No, you can't. I'm good. It's been a good day. I have had pancakes, I've had tasty food, I'm generally happy. My arrival thus far into the cards milieu, however, has been frustrating. This is a very odd choice, but I sort of don't have an option. Our arrival has been less than great. Ooh, and we die. Wow. Might be a long stream, chat. Is that the star gone? Yes, of course it is. Ouch. Yes, you can now retype exclamation point honey, and you will be entered into the giveaway because Nightbot is doing as it's told. I think. Nightbot has been weird recently. So, enjoy the giveaway if you decide to take part. Well, at least we got 1-drops. I like 1-drop. 1-drops make me happy. I'd be happier if we weren't playing Britain. Let's see. Well, let's find out. No one's entered yet, so you can't win it if he's not in it, I don't think, unless Henry has mastered hacking the net. I always get nervous when I get a good start. I don't understand. I'm arguing with Nightbot. It's fine. If all else fails, I'll just scroll back on chat and write names down and roll a dice. What is your issue? Anyway, concentration time. Plink, plink. Just plinkety plink. I assume by now everybody's figured out what we're playing against. It being, you know, a mighty clear secret. Oh. That said, they're going to have to dig, so this should be Glamour Boys. Nope, Firefly. Not gonna lie, marginally surprised by that one. Don't mind being surprised. Quite nice, really. Sure. That's fine. Okay. Ooh, the degree. This is interesting. I'm trying to understand my opponent's logic, which is usually a mistake. Just gonna hit face. This is right. Fine. There's the call to the colonies. That's adorable. Just gonna blow that up. Right. Back into better position. Do. Please don't have it again. No, that's fine. That's adorable, in fact. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's a good number. 3, 7. Oh, that's fine. I have more where that came from. Not a problem. We can do it the long way. Ultra's out the way. We knew we were going to see it. Oh, this is a weird hybrid. Okay. How cute. Guess what we found, chat? So I'll deploy this. Buff. Yeah, strap bomb. I could just swank, but I don't want to. I had it 1 point short. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah! I suspect we'll be fine, but I've said before, it happens. A million times I've said before it happens. Just Thankfully they didn't pull it out. I had myself a 1 point short. Did not. Bad bear habit. I did not do a second run at the maths, which I should have done. Always run it twice. Don't just glance at it and go, hey, it's not. It will be. Anyway, after this game, I will draw the first giveaway. Again, exclamation point honey. After this match, I'll probably draw the first giveaway. Then Nightbot will spam something at me going, there are no entrants, or something equally weird, because she's being mean-spirited lately. Right here. You have someone who's actually field marshal. can pitch. The rest of you I'm kind of happy to keep. So it's maybe frontline, maybe ramp, maybe something weird. Okay, that's fine. Let's make this less cheap. Clip it though, I make mistakes. I'll actually pull that at some point, probably make it a video to note. Moments that you live to regret. Sure. Do I just turn you off? Probably not. Roll the greyhounds out. Okay, so well, I'm glad I didn't use the M10A one yet. Nope. No. Have I mentioned? No. Sure. Oh, it's the... I was wondering how it was still getting buffs, and then I realised it's not it that's getting buffs. It's its little friend in the middle. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes it awkward. Hey, Jazzy, how you doing? I am good. We are having a good day. Not liking this. It's been a challenging start to the stream. It's mostly been win one, lose one. Hopefully your afternoon stream went well. Afternoon my time. I'm not doing a bit ahead of me, I think, but hopefully you had a good result after I left you earlier on today. Oh, it's this. Fine. Do we just send it back to hand? I mean, it's 5 credits you're gonna have to spend again. Having rid of you will also make me happy. We're chewing through our opposition at the moment. Slow and steady. Indeed, Jassy. This is my alt account, and as Enrico is advertising so beautifully, if you type !honey into chat, you will be entered into a giveaway to win some free packs. Please do make sure to enter. I like giving stuff away. Also, you can all help me test whether Nightbot's actually working, because it's been cranky today. No problem at all. I am very fortunate that 1939 supports streamers by giving us codes to give away. It is a good thing for those of us who are part of the contributor program. We get a few things to just enjoy and give away to people, and I try to focus mine on new player streams. Because, sorry, Momente. Oh, okay. Fine. So, draw first, get Blitzkrieg. No, win. Draw, get Blitzkrieg, profit. Jaeger's fine. The infantry regiment, I'd so love to just be able to punt back to hand again. Oh, I think we just strengthen our position and draw. Let our opponent do the hard work, because now we do have Blitzkrieg, which can change the game completely. Yes, yes. Very cute. Bit of healthy competition, I sense. Okie dokie, children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gives me only 1 Blitzkrieg, but it should still be enough to make... No, have you got guard? Yes, of course you've got guard. And ambush. I always forget that part. It's most irritating. Plink plink, ambush guard dies. Need to start getting into a better position. Put you forward. Let's see how aggressive our opponent wants to be. We need tanks. Ah, excellent. More than one streaming account, always kind of entertaining. I'm in celebration mode. We have strategic bombing. It doesn't really help us with our friend in the front line, but oh, thank you so much, Jazzy. Every subscription is an absolute blessing. Plink, 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 plink. Plink, 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 plink. Now, the reason we do this is to slow our opponent down a tiny bit, because our opponent now has to decide, yep, they are willing to sacrifice. Which is slightly a shame, because they don't know what we're holding, and we do, and it's ugly. Thankfully, let's draw, which I'll take. Slows our opponent down fractionally. 2-turn clock, however. Oh, excellent. Splendid. I don't like that. No. What? No, that's just unpleasant. Panzer Grenadiers is about the only thing that's going to help us right now. Didn't get it. Yeah, 4 and 4 isn't lethal, so push you backwards. If you ever come across stalling tactics as a plan, this is the absolute definition. Not quite sure what I'm stalling for, but I am stalling. Well, I know what I wasn't stalling for. Ooh, he's ugly. Very well played. Alright, points for the finish. I like a good strategic bombing finish, it looks cool. Right. it's doable. So I am going to count down from 5, and then I'm going to hit a draw. So you have 5 seconds to type !honey and enter the giveaway. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nightbot. Congratulations, Jazzy, you have won the giveaway. If you drop me a whisper/DM on Twitch, I will send you the code at the end of the stream. You can enter it in and you can tell us all if you get anything good. That's alright, I've got 2 whole more to give away this evening, so we'll play another couple of games and then there'll be another one. So feel free to, once I have cancelled this one, feel free to type !honey again, and there'll be another draw in a couple of games' time. As more people come along, hopefully. So if you go to your Twitch account and you find my account, there should be a thing that says message me. Otherwise, I will write down to message you at the end of it. Don't worry, we will get you your code. But you should be able to direct message on Twitch, I believe. Someone might have a better description of how. It's usually like top right hand corner, and when you're looking at someone's account, you can click on their profile and click send message. You don't need to, beyond that, I just need a reminder that you are owed a code and have won it. I'll also note you down on my stream card as the winner. I like typing Jazzy. Pink, pink. No problem at all. As I say, it is probably one of the coolest things about being able to stream and bring stuff. Yes, you get the animated emotes too, which I'm very happy about. I went Etsy shopping and went, I'll have those because they're cute. And I am generally pro bears. Wow. I'll take that all day. Thank you, Fletch. If you are in chat, thank you very much. The Eldritch Press being a company for whom I have done some work. Hey man, I'm good, how are you? You have appeared on Twitch. Welcome to the wonderful world of streaming cards. Currently filled with pancake and enjoying the world. Perfect. Thank you, Jazzy. I will get your giveaway code to you at the end of the stream. Right. What we got? Play lines. We're fine. Nothing complicated. Well, I mean, if you're a fan of card gaming, you'll learn about a very good online card game that I enjoy. It's kind of Magic the Gathering-esque with a lot of extra bells and whistles, which I have been enjoying thoroughly. Otherwise, you'll learn what it's like to hear me natter, although you know quite well what it's like to hear the sound of my voice for endless hours and have to read my writing. Eldritch Press, by the way, for those of you who are followers of mine, is Fletch, who is the head of a game design studio that I have done some tabletop work for. Well, that was just rude. I get my full 5 damage out of you, but really. Hey, I've got no doubt you'll get to hear it again many, many times, at least hopefully. There's always different things floating around. Oh, well, we're not a big fan of you. However, kind of sort of a fan of doing this. because I don't mind sacrificing my about-to-be-dead unit to remove you from the board. Now, you could argue, if this being a new player stream, that there is a question about my tempo choice there. But we really wanted the guard to go away, and I don't mind being slowed down, especially given how much my opponent appears to be happy to self-damage, although that does make me twitch with regards to the fact that our opponent is almost certainly running push, which is why we want them beneath 13. So to pull off the push OTK combo, which is... Lord help me. Red Dawn, push. They need 12 to take 12 damage, which means they need 13 HQ defense to be able to pull it off. Sadly, Von Squirty, you did not, but the new one has begun, so type !honey and you might win a free pack of cards. Jazzy beat you to it this time around. So our opponent is almost certainly hoping to play Glamour Boys about now. Magnanimous is an excellent word choice, but yeah. ! Honey gets you a whole nother chance after this couple of games, and I'll be drawing another one, and then I've got a third one before the end of the stream. Courtesy 1939 Games. What we doing? Right. Thank you for the card draw. Do. Pinnage, fine, but those two units aren't pinned. Shame, really. That's well played. Excellent, a win. We've been short of those. Let's see if we can get some more added together. Thanks, Petrico. I'm not gonna lie. I've been struggling on Frontline. It's taken me a good while to get up to rank 2, and I'm still struggling. That last push at the minute is really quite intense. Not quite as easy to get on a roll as it has been previously. Wow, you'd have to ask more of an expert on playstyles on that. I would say I'm more experienced on Frontline. Japan Aggro's probably not my most played deck. I would say I'd be so handy if there were actually stats around that we could look at for that, but that's the careless talk. So that tells a lot about the German deck we're playing against. No, I'd say I probably logged the most playtime on Frontline on my main account. I climbed, my first Field Marshal climb was more or less entirely Frontline at the far end. It started out actually on a Brit Bomber Hermes based deck. I need to buy time. Problem is, do we just eat the fact that our opponent is doing... I mean, I don't like the fact that we're seeing Alpine. But there's not a lot we can do about it right now. Hey, Raffles. No, my honey is good. It is happily awaiting the giveaways. If you are someone who is in need of expanding your collection in cards, type !honey in chat, and at the end of this game, I will probably give away a standard card pack. Although at the moment, I'm mostly going to be staring intensely at the screen in a sort of pseudo-frustrated manner. So I'm not gonna lie, it's all very awkward. So you need to die, you need to die, and we need the front line. Then you can commence the nonsense from here. Yes, Jazzy, I am indeed. I was born in the far north of the United Kingdom, although you wouldn't be able to tell from my accent. I had a very particular education, and I currently live in York, which is a beautiful city to live in. Where, oh where, oh where is my M1910? Or M10A1, I should say. Let's go digging. No, it's all good. The giveaway's the giveaway. We always have that that thing. It's something that I will say 1939 are good about. So it's always worth entering. It's just a bit of fun. And hey, you never know. Those packs could contain an elite. And progression it comes in time. There are times at which this game can be a bit slow and frustrating. Anytime swag is on the board, is on the list, especially when I can't find my counters. So the half track's not buying us anything tremendously helpful right now. So if we sack this in, we guarantee being able to Hey Nero. Oh, hopefully they will in fact, stop talking at some point. And Raffles, short of you building a particular you building a particular deck? Aiming for anything specific, or is Alpenfestung, or are you aiming for a full collection? Which would that's very hard work. I don't play on a full collection, even on my main account. Frontline strong. Always competitive, not necessarily always top of the meta, but never rock bottom either, which is nice. That's good. It's one less unit. We need to dig for answers. Right, so we can at least get a strong turn from Panzergrenadier. By which I mean actually being able to remove this and have some frontline presence. Now we just need to find an answer to the guard, which we know is in the deck. There are 24 cards left in here. 3 of them are the A1s that we need with suppress. That's not one of them. Oh, nice! Beautiful part of the country, has to be said. I like Wiltshire. So we'll do it the other way. Shoot. And right, no board presence for you. Which specific part of Wiltshire? As it's, and I always think of it depending on what your local scenery looks like. the annoyance came back the very next day, but that's okay. Because we have methods. Oh, are you actually next to the big one, like the big white horse, which is very cool. Do we just... We sit. Westbury. Okay, got you. Not massively well travelled in Wiltshire. I think I've been in and out twice in my life. I like travelling around the UK. I have a very mixed background in that I am English, Scottish, Irish, amalgamation of various things. Double guard's not good. 29 health, also not good. 6. Yeah, there are options. I don't like it, but it is an option to just double blitzkrieg. Rip out the guards and see if our opponent has an answer, but that is such terrible maths that I don't want to do it. Another panzer on the deck's good though. That's fine. Getting into a better position. Gotta say, one of the things I'm loving about Cards is how international we are. I've in the past 2 days had to use both French and Italian. Which is good practice for me because my language skills are horribly atrophied. It's Rangers. They have 40 health, so if they've got it, they've got it, and there's not a thing we can do about it. Let's remove you, though, because you're getting irritating. If they have the Commonwealth, we done. No, they don't have Commonwealth. They're Germany. What are they? So they've got 1 billion health. It's Alpine, but with health game. I've gone mad. This is the thing. You play this game for this much at the minute, and you know. Grazie mille. It's my Italian is horrendously out of practice. Yep, that's the plan, Petrichor. Hey, Redson. This is just an endurance race. My hope is we can just plain stubborn through this, and get some results out of it. Actually, there's no reason I wouldn't just get the draw. No, there really is no reason I wouldn't just get the draw. Not the 51 health. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I don't know. They're running some weird Italian life gain jank. I'm waiting to strap bomb the life out of it. Yeah. We haven't got nukes. We do have strap bomb, which we are using. We have strap bomb and blitzkrieg. I have every intention of using both right now. Right, that's quite enough of that nonsense. Really it is. This entire thing has been entirely and completely rude. Cheers, Von Squirty. Let me pull your... I shall make a note that it is. Tokens of one. Right, okay, fine. Look! Leopold. We all love Leopold, right? Is there any reason we're not just... Oh, I know what we're doing. Because I like cute too. You can only kill one of them. Have the card drawer as well, please. Maths happening in my head. Yeah, no. I'm waiting to see what they don't have. There's Lion for a day. I'll do. Anything else? Comet? Bismarck? Is this like... Oh, yeah, it's 100%. Like... As Petrichor has pointed out, we are entirely and completely just playing the we will outstubborn you game. So that should be it's +1/+1, so you're going to blow up one or the other, but you can't blow up both. One of these will probably kill you. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the rest of the tricks. I'm expecting Jagdbomber, Bismarck from this. I have all the Alpine units and every German elite seems to be the logic of this right now, which is fine. The problem is we're getting short on cards. And it is tiresome. So we're actually going to sack you because we actually don't want the draw. I can't believe I'm saying that. Greyhound in. Swing. I'm going to blow everything up again. Oh, this is so not good. I need Blitzkrieg or for something to stick. Do I still... Can anyone tell me how many of my Hellcats have gone? I used one or both of them. This game feels incredibly long. I don't normally play at like rank 2, trying to get to rank 1, thinking that I need to... Hallelujah! Right. Slightly less nonsense. Not no nonsense, but less nonsense. I swear I want a medal if I find a way to win. Oh, good lord, it's endless. It's just endless. It is a never-ending cesspool of Alpine units. I just... do me a favour and fall over. There's a chap. Raffles, I have no idea. It's an Alpine deck with some really strong extra tweaks. It's interesting. It's not a variant I've seen before. It's the stuff beyond the Alpine that's kind of... It seems to be Alpine and then just play good cards. I mean, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard, but blimey, it's tedious. Oh, 5/7, so that'd be lethal, so we're sacking and hoping for a miracle. Problem is, they actually have more cards than we do through some act of God. And they all have just Alpine written on them. Yeah, I think this deck is basically all the Alpine cards. I have one. not gonna lie, this is pretty much over. I all credit to this player, whose name I do not instantaneously recognise. What they have done tremendous. Why not? It is true. You want to see how fatigue works? For the record, if you are a new player watching this back, so the deal with fatigue is each time you have to draw a card and don't have one, you take damage. The first one, 1 point. The second one, 2 points. The third one, 3 points, and so on. So it's escalating and painful and costs me a star. Right, so last chance to type !honey for the giveaway, which I'm about to roll. You have 5 seconds to do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fletch, apparently, did you enter? Or is Nightbot having an issue? If you are still around, Fletch, did you actually type !honey? Because I do not remember seeing it. Right then. Alright. Who here knows how Nightbot works and why it's not doing a thing? My giveaways are on. So that will get re-rolled. Because clearly... Well... Right, so... But... No, that doesn't work. So, I am currently reading about Nightbot giveaways and working out what I'm doing wrong. Because it should be. I just pressed the thing that says keyword giveaway, right? Anyone here who uses Nightbot on a regular basis, please tell me. I'm hoping Red Sun's around, because I know you use Nightbot, right? Yep. Silent thought. Not something I normally do on stream, so you will have to forgive me whilst I do this again. Right! I figured it out. For some utterly unknown reason, apparently I have to reset. No, wait, no. You typed Y? What? Okay. One more time. All is no longer silence. All is anybody who wants to actually be in the next giveaway, type !honey. I need at least one person to do it to see if this has actually worked. Otherwise, you may actually witness me hitting Nightbot with a hammer. Right. No. It's not working. Why is it not working? I will come back to that. I'm going to play a game. Zen out. Giveaways will happen. I had at least one work earlier on today. But apparently... Yeah. Nightbot. Technology. Great when it does the thing it's meant to. Hooray! Hey Nero, how you doing? Meeting is over. Yeah, I'm doing the gaming equivalent of just breathing, coming back out here, and then at some point I will reach out to someone who knows what they're doing and find out why Nightbot hates me. So I have keyword giveaway selected. I've entered the keyword. People type it in, they don't become eligible. I assume. No, wait, apparently they do. What? But it doesn't show me the list. Okay. Fine. Think I know what's going on. We'll find out next game. Yeah, so when I'm using Nightbot, I have it set, but it's not showing me the eligible users in the giveaway at all. So I have no idea whether it's working or not. I have literally no idea. And it is confusing to me. Not going to lie. I'm going to concentrate on what I'm actually here to try and do for the next bit, because it would be nice if we could get at least on our way towards Field Marshal. It's been a long, long stream. We're hitting some serious walls. I will do more Nightbot research in my off time. Oh, good. So you can die. I can think of no good reason why I wouldn't start chipping away at you now. Right, we're back. I am in a more bearish mode. Focus on game. Distractions are a problem when trying to play a thing, it turns out. Finland, it's so popular right now. Like, there's a lot of love for Finland, it would appear. Now that's annoying. No need for that at all. There are 90 seconds to take a turn in this game, for a reason. I will die on that hill. Okay, let's turn this off for a start. Yes, that worked so well for you. Yeah, I'll take the draw. And we'll see what our opponent wishes to do. Sure. Salvage time, fine. Thankfully, we do have strat bombing, which is probably going to be useful in the relatively near future. And by the relatively near future, I might mean right now. No worries, Raffles. I will probably put giveaways on pause until I can actually figure out how they work, because I right now, the question is, what is the optimal... Where's my optimal line here? I don't like it, but I really do believe that cutting the thing off at the head is not a bad idea right now. Because now at least they're going to have to deal with it. Wow, viewer count went up as well. Hello, people who have joined in and are being part of the thing. This is good to see. I would say we're on the cusp of field marshaldom, but we're really not at the moment, because it's a day. So we're not ideal there yet. So muting you seems reasonable. A lot is going to depend on where this buff goes. Fine. That's really annoying. He was. Whether he is still around, I do not know. We're going to do it this way. You can move backwards. Right. We shall see. I want to win this one because this person has already started... Well, you can't see now, but they'd already started sending me the Zs, which you know how much I love. There's nothing in the world that makes me happier than seeing people start the early emote game. Oh, okie dokie. 1. Now I feel better. Much better as it goes. Hello, world. Right. Back in control. More ways than one. Sure. So, bit of a niche draw, I'm not going to lie. Speaking of draw, let's do some of that. Greyhound's good. 9, 10, 11, Greyhound's lethal, and we win. Yeah, as I'm currently pausing my use of giveaways. There will be a bigger giveaway next week and possibly an extra one on the weekend when I can actually work out how to use Nightbot efficiently. For those who are not quite aware of the joke, Henry's developed a small reputation. Wow, see, this looks really cool in foil. Small reputation for winning giveaways. One of two things is going to happen this evening. I'm either going to hit Field Marshal or we're going to hit like about 8 o'clock my time, at which point I have to leave. that's my thing here. I had a focus right now. One of the things I just musing on the community. over the last week, I have received comments and messages from a bunch of people who have talked about like using the decks that I published and being able to get up to Field Marshal or near to and enjoying the content, and there is very little in the world that feels better than that. Not even close. Started at rank 2, still at rank 2, have dropped briefly to rank 3 and crawled our way back up again. We're on a mild streak now. If we can get this going, we're on a streak. It's been painful. Couple of misplays, which I will completely hold my hands up to. And then some really weird matchups. 50 some odd health plus German Italy Alpine deck that was just bizarre to play against. But we shall endure. Right. Really need to draw something not useless. As much as I love the 190s, they are good cards. Having them this early makes me sad. Well, there is no value, is there? No. Yes, it would keep us alive, so let's do that. I want to get on a win streak because I believe it's reachable. I just have to find that moment. I know I'm not the only person who has been having to throw some regular streams. I've been enjoying watching Bubbles runs at Field Marshal speed running too. So we can 5th, which we kind of need to because we have to start getting some purchase. So we can remove you, which is something. I'd feel so much better if I had another 5th Rangers in hand, but okay. Definition of getting high rolled. It's fine. I know you'd be not doing enough damage. 2, so one of you has to die, so I have to. Can't survive either way. Have to play that one. Will play this one and this and hope our opponent does something foolish. Not gonna lie, this doesn't look great. 5 points of damage clear on board. If our opponent's got Blitzkrieg, we're dead. Sorry, 4 points of damage on board. I miscounted by 1, such is life. Greyhounds doing greyhound things. Now comes the question of can we manage some counterplay? $350 on All Nations is impressive rep grinding. I'm nowhere close. On any of them, in fact. Oh, don't start with that, young man / person. No. You will agitate me. I mean, you're not wrong, but you will agitate me. Yeah. Maths is maths. I'm hoping the other thing that this evening's stream will get us is pinged up to special crates, and this is going to be, so we halt and then we need to get, say we're dropping back. It is just 1 and 1 at the moment, which is not going to help us for progress. But it's a good experience if you are, especially for newer players, it's a good experience to see that people do hit this wall. It's not unusual. It's good for me as well. It's a little moving to having... Honestly, I have thoroughly enjoyed the experience of having less card access. It's good for the soul. Honestly, it's a good rank. So Field Marshal is... I'm not going to say Field Marshal's meaningless. It clearly means that you've played and it's a good thing to hit. Plus, getting the elite card for hitting Field Marshal is pretty cool, not going to lie. But 'tis not the be-all, end-all. And people get over-focused, especially early on in the game. I think it's easy to get over-focused. I very much speak from a place of recognising my own hubris. I was extremely fortunate to hit Field Marshal very quickly in this game. But at the same time, I think there are things that you miss in doing that. I had a baptism of fire when I first started to crawl into sort of the upper hundreds, coming up against some really, really good players, which can be both very humbling and very educational. If you want to understand the joys of ramp decks, by the way, just look at the credit counts. Ramp's got game. Sure. Oh, for a blitzkrieg in hand, but we don't have it, and that's okay. Normally, I would be worried about getting more units on the board at frontline, but these both have 3 turns left in them, unless our opponent decides that they want to shorten their lifespan, like so. And I want to get value out of them. So, now I demonstrate the reason that I like having this card in deck. It's not perfect, because unfortunately it's not quite enough to kill the bomber, but it'll do enough damage to bring it within reasonable range, particularly within range of strat bombing in a bit. Yeah, I mean, specials are immensely valuable. That was the easy trade. It's bodies. Hope to top deck Blitzkrieg. Anyone watches my video on expanding collections on YouTube, you will... I haven't done that yet. I should probably do that. You will find me talking a bit about the different value levels. It depends on who you're playing. They've toyed with us a bit. I intend to toy back a little. But Britain tends not to worry too much about spending a lot of time in the support line. I played a very, very painful unitless Germany-France deck on my main account earlier today. 'Twas countermeasures, orders. It was very effective in its own way. That said, our opponent does need to respect the fact that at some point we might actually get Blitzkrieg, and then they have a serious problem. As it is, they've got a serious problem right now. Yes, ultra countered, which is cute. It is. Unfortunately for you, not cute enough. If you're going to do this, you have to find your guards. Lack of glamour boys. Don't think we saw them once that game. Really would have hurt that deck. Because you need cover if you're going to try and play that way, especially if you're playing for something like, say, a Commonwealth victory, which is not entirely uncommon. Thank you, Nero. It was good. Patient game. I have noticed that patience is... the longer patient games are much more common on ladder, which is in stark contrast to last season. Bubbles! And 1 million people. Splendid. Come on in. You did it! Oh, I'm so glad for you, man. Well done. 12.2 hours. Nice. For those who haven't been following Bubbles' current journey, Bubbles has taken a completely new account to Field Marshal in 12.2 hours, which is no mean feat. If nothing else, it is an enormous feat of endurance for which I have a great deal of respect. Uncertain. I would guess so. I would guess that they were playing Commonwealth and stalled out. Either that or they're bomber ramping, because they did have the big bombers. But either way... Cute. Either way, they... Oh, nice. Love a clip. Gonna have to watch some of that back at some point. It's very cool. But yes, I would guess that they were attempting... It's either Commonwealth or Bomber Ramp. They're looking for big finisher cards, and we kept their health down enough that we got the win. Oh, okay. Joint Operation. Not a card, I'm going to be honest, that you see a lot of. I'm going to go wide rather than big. Wide rather than tall at the minute, because I don't know how much removal our opponent's running. Yes, we've got German ally and are using things like Joint Operation, which is unusual. Rangers is absolutely fine, because we can do a number of fun things, including just brick it. Make it ridiculously expensive to trade with. So we can turn that into a 4-2. Or do we just push forward? We gain nothing by doing it that way. No. We don't have anything to gain. So we just run face. Probably. So most Commonwealth decks will definitely rely on guards. A lot of Brit decks in general will rely on either guards, orders, or some form of combo. There are some stride, like commandos is a thing if you can get it rolling, although it's not a good enough thing in my opinion that it's gonna... ugly, so no. It's not necessarily a good enough thing that it's going to do anything amazing. You want to kill me? You can pay 5 credits for the privilege. Yep, 100%. We played Brit Japan Pin earlier on today, in fact, Bubbles. It was exactly the experience that you would expect it to be, because I was on Frontline and they were on Brit Japan Pin. It's like the ultimate death matchup. The fact that it took as long as it did for them to kill us made me relatively happy. It was ludicrous. This is happening. This is happening. Too good not to. I've got strap bombing to still draw. But yeah, Brit Japan Pin is 53 viewers. To all of you who are along, thank you very much for coming along. If you're new to the channel, please do all of the things, the follows. Check me out here and on YouTube. Well done. That's pretty cool. Frontline is a very strong deck, but I do get that it is not necessarily... The world is not necessarily filled with joy when it comes to Frontline. I do get that. Yeah, the deck you were running when I last checked in on you was a really... this is points for just style point win. Doesn't happen often, but I enjoy it when it does. Not really worried. Want to keep rolling. See if we can carry some of Bubbles' positive energy and in the next 25 or so minutes make Field Marshal. So that's all I've got to give. So we're going to push. And believe. And play someone called Probe. But yes, love the raid. Love having all of you people along. Please hang around. You might see a second Field Marshal. Again, in a different... There is no attempt to do this at speed. This is a completely fresh account, or was... This is the end of week 3. Just as part of my content on YouTube and everywhere else for new players, I have been actually going through the new player experience myself. And it's been, actually, so far, incredibly enjoyable. Yeah, so what Bubbles was doing, you definitely wouldn't, if you wanted to actually get into the game and stay in the game. I'm sure Bubbles will agree with me as he's in chat. It's not how you do it at all. You do it very differently. We don't like that piece of artillery. It can be quiet. I have attempted over the past 3 weeks, and obviously in YouTube and everything else, to talk about what I think are good foundational habits. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you're just... If you're trying to speedrun it, you're on one very specific... I mean... I kind of don't want to. But I kind of have to. Which makes me sad. Yeah, your economy, I know, will have been very, very questionable at best. No, Bubbles was on Germany-Japan for the speedrun. Which I think was pretty cool. I've been lucky enough to hop on to some of Bubble's streams when he's been streaming, especially earlier on in the days. Yeah, it is a deck. Whether it is an optimal deck from other points of view is a completely different question, but it has the advantage of being relatively easy to get running fast from just your base collection. Because, Bubbles, did you ever even get to level 12? I think you only level 12 the nations you had to unlock the combined arms cards, right? So you're not even following the I would say what my basic advice would always be to newer players, which is get level 12 in all nations to unlock your best number of cards. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's not great. Yeah. Because there was just no need, which I totally get. Let's see if our opponent wants to just keep trading. Hopefully we can get... My only concern here is we are very behind on cards. which is scary. That wasn't the best play our opponent has ever... Oh, we're fiery ambushing, fine. It's... okay, that's fine. I was going to say, how hard was the rhythm towards the end? Because I imagine when you're getting to the upper points, you're going to be struggling. Oh, this isn't good. Number of things I'd like to see right now. Card draw is definitely on the list. Yeah, so this is the Soviet France pseudo burn deck. It uses an awful lot of fire. I have a version of this on my main account that I was playing around with. I don't like doing this, but I'm doing it anyway because I need bodies. Because right now I have got to be able to get the front line back and then find some draw. And yes, this looks very much like, yeah, and an interesting deck that is probably going to absolutely obliterate us. Oh, that's interesting on ELO. That's fascinating to me. No deployment effects, obviously. Thank you, Petliakov. Right, the thing we need to see is strategic bombing, and then just enough tempo to get forward and do the last point of damage. Yeah, this is, some of these cards appear to be different. However, that's bad. That's very bad. Patriotic Firestorm is very strong. It's fine. It's okay. Keep digging. Yeah, Patriotic Firestorm, if you can set it up and you manage to survive long enough, has kick. I wouldn't normally really favour that concept against frontline unless you find a way to get them off frontline. We did not hold the frontline because you've got to find some removals. There we go. Oh, I love the honesty. Yeah, I can imagine it's less than optimal. Play the odds, Bear, play the odds. It's probably frontline, in which case this could at least slow it down. We need to take... Okay, so totally new expectation. Whole new world. Fine. Not in any way what I was expecting. This thing needs to die quickly. Very, very quickly. Quickly enough, in fact, that I'm just doing this. Ugly, but effective. See that card, kill that card. General piece of advice. Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine your actual... If there were a way to share collections, I would imagine looking at Bubbles' collection would be an experience and a half, because I imagine it's very small. because you're not taking the time. Excellent, you bought the bait. Yeah, I mean, that'd have been a thing. Right. Illustrative point again, if you're a newer player watching this or back on YouTube, this is fundamentally doing what frontline does. The only thing I'm interested in is holding the front line. I'm interested in doing one other thing, which is making my opponent sad. So we're going to do this. Then we're going to do this, and then we're going to hit our opponent in the face. Very, very hard. Because this is exact lethal. Check your maths. I illustrated why earlier, as Outrider, if he's still there, will attest, because I missed lethal earlier. If you got lethal, take lethal. Pretty much, yeah. That's it. Frontline does what it says on the tin. Hold the front line. At some point, you will hopefully pull Blitzkrieg and be able to break your opponent. Stranglehold them out, and you'll get on it. All we need is to get on a 2 or 3 game roll, chat. So all the positive energy in the world is appreciated. I'm not going to be overly sad if we don't make Field Marshal today. It's, if I can make it in a month, I'll make it in a month. If it takes longer, it takes longer. That's part of understanding it. Well, who've we got? That was the long... I always get twitchy when we have, like, a long looking for opponents. Ace, thank you so much for joining the crew. Every single follow is massively appreciated as we close in on my next follower goal. Yeah, close. We are... chicken and a bear, as my wife would say. Rather, chicken on a bear, as my wife would say. We are rolling. Yeah, I was going to say 20 Panzer Grenadiers is just... rarely, if ever, do I find myself doing anything other than going 20 Panzer Grenadiers is so good. Very strong. Right then, what have we got? Oh good, it's Alpine again. This went well last time, didn't it, chat? 22 infantry, another amazing card. Surreal, but I'll take what I'll get. Means if you want your 64 Panzer Grenadier in the front line, you're going to have to sacrifice the Alpine. Or not. That was clever. I mean, it's a very expensive way of removing a zero-cost unit and giving me a 3-3, but it was clever. 3-3, which I'm now happily going to trade into these. I need board position anyway, so normally I really would not make the effort, but lowering the number of Alpine is going to be there. Devil's good. Ooh. You seem to have picked up, by the look of it, and I'm sure chat will stay on top of this, most of the really good stuff already. I need to slow this ridiculousness down. I do not wish to go through this experience again. Yes, I'm aware that Alpine is good-ish. I mean, I debate the point endlessly, but, you know. I'll take the draw. Nero's database is very, very useful. I make regular use thereof. Oh, I've not had a chance to play it yet, Von Squirty, with focusing on this. I will. I've copied it, but I will have to take a look when I get. Why is our opponent? Oh, opponent's just taking a moment. Crashing PCs, however, I feel the pain of. It's not enjoyable. So you can go. I'd really love this to not go there, but such is life. It's fine, you can have the 4, because you're not actually Alpine. By which I assume pixie dust means Nero has a Google Drive thing, I think, where he has access to a lot of deck lists that he records. At least that's the one that I've had access to, which has been very useful. Right. I wish I had something to follow it up with, but at least it slows you down. If you're an Alpine player, you don't want to only be holding 1 card. 2 makes you feel a bit better, but not by much. Oh, 5th Rangers is a good drop. 5th Rangers is a very good drop. Don't normally get this aggressive, but I don't want our opponent to have any amount of time. It's like, find an answer now or lose. Dive bombing buys you... Right, so again, we're going to go for style points, because we can, and win with strategic bombing. Twice today I've been able to do that. I don't do that very often, it just looks cool. Also is a use case that many newer players miss for strategic bombing. It can be, just on its own, lethal. And you should never, ever, ever be afraid to use it that way. I will go to my grave, I suspect, when it comes to competitive games, as saying, you have lethal, you take lethal, you move on. It's an okay starting hand. We have seen this opponent earlier on today. I do not remember what they were playing, but I think it was frontline with some weird variations, but we shall see. I remember the name. When I go back, it's going to be a case, because if this is the person who beat us on the really weird deck earlier, this is like a grudge match, potentially for Field Marshal, but I've lost track of whether my streak would actually be 2 stars at the minute. Yes, we have played this before. Shush. No tempo for you. I do not approve. Yep, bomber, you're going to pin the tank? Yeah, because you're not insane. That's fine. Sherman or German? German. This gives us much more push next turn. So, mobility's biggest problem is that you need to A, keep the units alive, B, be playing against someone who has no way of stalling it, and C, have impeccable timing. Getting all of those things to come together in a single harmonious hold is, in my experience, extremely unlikely. Let's go face. Remove a threat. It's one of those things, mobility on paper looks great. Actually making it work is tough. Oh, absolutely, yeah. If it works, it will work incredibly well. Pathfinders is a really solid play. Opponent got game. Thankfully, we've got credits. And a Panzer. That makes me happy. So, Pathfinders has to die. Bomber is going to die. Draw comes onto the table, and we push. Like many things, I put it in the same bracket as the order spam / order recycle commandos deck, which is, if you can get it rolling, it's insane. But I don't like how fiddly it is to make it work. Our opponent now is in fear of things like Blitzkrieg, which is very understandable. Our opponent would probably like to remove the US unit that's on the front lot. Not gonna lie, not the strongest play I've seen anyone make, but it's fine. We'll carry on. That was a less than optimal play because they actually gained nothing. Punting a 20-second back into my hand is not actually slowing me down. Now they have an entirely increased board. The way is to get frontline off the frontline. How doesn't really matter, just get frontline off the frontline. Love to see this because we are just digging. Please let us top deck Blitzkrieg. It would be a very happy moment. Although we have got Sherman for another spin at it as well, so we have good chances. I would like to see Blitzkrieg because it would allow us to finish this thing, or at least pull very close. Otherwise, we just keep pushing. What's my optimal for credit play? 4 damage is good. Removal is amazing. I will, assuming this game goes, which I'm very focused on at the minute, we will take a look at the list. If someone types !deck in chat, you will get the current deck list. I've made a couple of tweaks to my final list because I included as a meta tech. Thank you, Von Squirty. The FW190s, because they are really good for making bombers feel sad. Right, so our opponent needs a countermeasure or is dead. Countermeasures exist. Good game. If I'm right, clip this shit. We there. 3 weeks, no money spent, good fun, great experiences with people. Obviously this will continue. I'm not going anywhere with this, but it is done. And there's going to be obviously this will go up on YouTube as well. Thank you all so much. So over those 3 weeks, 2 hours streaming, 2.5 hours at most on a Tuesday. No more than I wish no more than an hour on any day that I'm not streaming. So 3 weeks, 21 days, be 21 hours plus 3 streams, if you call each of those streams an hour and a half. What's that? 4.5 plus the 21. It's about 25 hours. 25, it's definitely sub 30 hours of play. Thank you all so much. Von Malkowski. Malakowski? Malowski. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this, if you are a new player and you've enjoyed all of this stuff, please do follow this. Follow YouTube. It ain't over yet. We will keep going and see what else we can do, but I am all about new player content, and will continue to be. Thank you, Bubbles, for bringing people along. Oh, we can crack a pack. That's always fun before we go. But yeah, we made it. And having people with me on the journey has been awesome. I'm glad that people find it of use. Honestly, it's just cracking a US pack at the end of it. Cracking a truly terrible US pack at the end of it. It's awful. It's so bad. Oh God, that's terrible. I love it. It's very new player. It's been a blast. I will be back on Saturday. I'll be back next Tuesday. I'm not going anywhere. I've thoroughly enjoyed making it. Thank you all for being here. Go forth, be good humans, have an amazing week. I will hopefully see you all on Saturday evening. As I say, like, follow, subscribe, do all those cool things. By the next time I'm back, I'll also hopefully have giveaways working. In the meantime, thank you for bearing, with the extra half hour. Good night and stay well.